It's Wellness Nerd Out time! How you guys doing today? Happy Sunday and a very happy birthday to Johnny Napoli. Happy birthday, my brother. I'm going to see you in a little bit here. This one is absolutely for you, and we're going to have a great day together. So we'll talk about him a little bit more at the end. As for now, let's get into our discussion here, and that is about the internal abdominal oblique muscle and some strengthening exercises. But before we get into that, let's talk about the origin, the insertion, action, innervation, yada yada. So the internal oblique originates in the thoracolumbar fascia at the anterior two-thirds of the iliac crest and the iliopectineal arch. It inserts onto the pecten pubis, the pubic crest, the linea alba, and the inferior border of ribs 10 through 12. In terms of the innervation, the nerve supply, we have T7 through L1, the intercostal, subcostal, iliohypogastric, and ilioinguinal nerves, respectively. In terms of the blood supply, we have the lower posterior, portions of the intercostal and subcostal arteries. We have the superficial and deep circumflex arteries, the posterior lumbar arteries, and the superior inferior epigastric arteries. Now, when we talk about the action of the internal oblique muscle, well, if we were to bilaterally contract the internal oblique, we would have flexion of the trunk. We would have that tightening upon expiration, like we said with the transversus abdominis muscle as well. And we have compression of the visceral organs in the abdomen, okay, with bilateral contraction on both sides. If we contract one side of the internal oblique, then we can laterally bend to the same side, or ipsilaterally we could say, and rotate the trunk to the same side, or again, ipsilaterally. How you guys doing? Who do we got here? What's up, Ma? How you doing? What's up, Mark? What's happening? You know all this stuff. You've been learning it. And Jim XSU, thank you guys for tuning in. So when we talk about some exercises now to strengthen our internal obliques, well, it's hard to differentiate strengthening the internal from the external. Right? Kind of gets blurred here with the exercises. So what I think is more important than saying, oh, today I'm going to strengthen my internal obliques and tomorrow I'm going to strengthen my external obliques. What we're going to do is we're going to go through a few moves for your obliques in general today, and then tomorrow we're going to go through a few more when we talk about the external obliques. All right? So one thing you can do is you can lay on the ground and you can have one dog hair everywhere. I'm wearing a fresh ass shirt, ain't getting that dirty. You're gonna bend one leg like this, and you're gonna have one. That's ironic. Don't come near me. And you're gonna have one leg straight. And what I think is effective is if you hold your shoulders off the ground. Now, keep your head in a neutral position. Don't stress your neck. Okay? Keep it in a nice neutral position. Shoulders off. Superman the hands out. And lift up your leg. Lift up one leg. Now, what I think is even better than that, and you won't find this generally online, is take this leg and plant it on the ground. You see how I turn my hips? I'm like a 3/4 stance to the side. You're going to take your toe and you're going to turn it to the side. If you were with us for those oblique Wend wellness workouts, we did stuff like this all the time. And you can keep your shoulders off, and now this arm is reaching a bit further, notice, right? And that's one of the ways you can tell you're doing it right? That you're in the right position, okay? So you're keeping them out straight, and this single leg lifts. And this single leg lifts. Now, personally, I feel that contraction a lot more in my obliques here, right? So that is one that you can do. Another you can do are our famous sprinter sit-ups. Boom, boom. You love those, Ma. That's for you right there. Some other ones we got are the standard side crunch, where you have your legs like so, and you're going to bend them to the side. You can put your hands behind your head or wherever they're comfortable. I like them here. And you come up, crunch, hold. Crunch, hold, and down. When you come down, if you want to challenge yourself, don't let your shoulders touch the ground when you come back down. Keep your scapulae off the ground and when you're coming down and up, all right? And hold it for a few seconds at the top, if you can, all right? What else do we got? You can find one of those big bouncy balls at your gym, and what you're gonna do is lay on it. So imagine that I'm laying back on it, and I have a tabletop back right now, okay? And so what you're gonna do, picture my back is flat, and you're gonna bring your legs back, and I'm on the ball. You're like this, and you're gonna be going down to the side. So we'll pretend my back's on the ball. You come down to the side, and back up. Down to the side, and back up. Now I think the leg raise ones, those are a little more challenging, but you do you, all right? And another one that we have are our standing side crunch. So you're gonna be up like this, and you'll have, say, a 45 plate or a 25 plate or whatever you're capable of doing, and you're gonna hold it in one arm like this. You're gonna keep your legs straight, and you're gonna bend to the side, and come up, tighten, hold. 1, 2, 3, down, up, hold. 1, 2, 3. Where are you working? You're working the opposite side of the plate that you're holding. I like a plate better than a dumbbell because a dumbbell can be cumbersome in that, it's banging against your leg, right? You like something nice and narrow for this move that will hang. And where should we get to when we go down? I think if you can get about to your knee, with the middle of the plate is around your knee, you could say like the hole in the plate, that's pretty good range of motion there. You don't want to go too crazy, right? And come all the way down and we're recruiting other muscles and whatnot, right? Oh, that stretch feels good. But, you can come down, and I like to hold my obliques so I could feel exactly where I'm contracting when I'm doing it, And if you want to, we said expiration is one of those actions of bilateral contraction, so you can expire, or you can breathe out. Which I breathed in on the way down. Right, if you really want to hit it unilaterally. So I hope some useful stuff for you guys. Mel, how you doing? Thanks for hopping on. Think I'm gonna take a nap. There he is. What's up, my man? All right, so we are talking about Johnny Napoli today because it's his birthday. Happy birthday, my man. I love you, dude. I'm excited to see you in a little bit here. I guess it's no surprise that I'm coming now, but we're gonna have a good time. And when I think of you, Johnny, aside from somebody that is going to more than likely take everybody's money at the poker table, I think of a guy that works hard every day. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. You're hustling. You're hustling. And you hold yourself to a high standard in this sense. You get the job done, and you get the job done right. You do it well. And you ensure that the people around you are doing everything they can do to the best of their ability. And there's no sweet, cute talk in between. It's just get it done. Business. But at the same time, when we're hanging out, leisureful activity, obviously, we have a lot of fun. You're loose, we have a great time, But hey, man, I want you to know 1,000%, this one is forever your day in the book of Wend Wellness. So happy birthday, my brother. This one's for you. This is a big one for you, huh? The big 4-0. And, we're going to have a lot of fun today. I'm excited to see you shortly here. Maybe we can have a celebratory cigar or something later on. What do you say? So, one other thing I want to say. I haven't seen you in a little bit. And, when you don't see somebody in a little while, you think, okay, well, I hope the reason I'm not seeing them is because they're doing good things for themselves, because they're working hard towards some goal, that they're in a good place, and I know that, as we've talked about, the reason I haven't seen you is because you're working all the time. You work and work and work, and you're just like the Energizer Bunny with that good energy flowing out of you, and that positivity and that ability to just keep going
And that's fantastic, man. I really hope that never leaves you, and I really don't think it will. You know, not that I want you to work your balls off till you're dead, but you know, it's an admirable quality, and I respect that about you. I want you to know that, and you know, it makes me happy to know that is how you're filling your time when I'm not with you. So, kudos to you, brother. This one's for you. All right. As for the rest of you, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna go have some fun with my great friends, and we'll see you tomorrow, you guys. Happy Sunday and happy Wend Wellness. Thank you so much. We'll see you then.